So, well, next up we have this linden tree. It's also kind of, well, it's right by the wires. Here are the wires stretched out, overhead lines. And here too, there's a long stretch of overhead line. That's what it looks like. Oh, the sun has hidden and now it's starting to snow. It's gotten a bit damp, chilly and cold. Oh, of course, cutting down the previous tree was much more pleasant. My voice is even trembling from the cold, but I have to work. I think there won't be any questions either about why such a beautiful tree was cut down. Так, ну вот. I think why this tree was cut down. I hope there shouldn't be any questions either. Nature lovers really love to express themselves in the comments. Why did the vandals destroy the tree? 661 calm. These are the kinds of truly interesting thoughts that come to me very, very often. The client, well, not exactly a client, but some customer calls and says, oh, you know, I would have cut it down myself, but I don't have a saw like that. Well, this question, or rather, this statement very often provoked such a... I don't even know how to describe this emotion. So, for your clarity, here is this MS661. This is a professional, almost the most powerful production chainsaw in the world. Almost the most powerful is the MS880. I always want to make a sarcastic remark to such statements and say, you know, even among those who cut down trees for a living, not everyone has a saw like this. So how could you possibly have one? I mean, it's expensive, good and powerful. And just take a look after all these years of use. This is how it looks. I mean, yes, it gets used for cutting. We use it not super often, but let's just say it's in regular operation. Also, a lot of people often ask, they say their saws are always breaking or they have some other issues, but in our experience, I don't know, our saw just doesn't break. How can I explain this to you, Rolly? Give or take, one model lasts about 1 or 3 years and it keeps working. We just set it aside and buy a new one, not because we have nothing to do there. It's just that you can feel over time the piston assembly gets worn out. It starts taking a long time and struggling to start and so on. So we buy a new one. As for repairs, I ain't such repairs, especially if it's a semi-household saw. I don't see the point. What should you do to make sure your saw works well and doesn't break down? Actually, it's all very simple. You need to always, let me emphasize this, always work with a sharp chain. If you feel that it's become dull, sharpen it right away. Next, probably one of the most important points to remember is this. If you started mixing mineral oil with the gasoline, then you should continue using mineral oil consistently until the very end of the process. Changing to a different type of oil midway can cause issues. So it's best, if you started mixing with synthetic oil, you can switch to mineral oil, but you can switch back to synthetic. As for the oil used to lubricate the chain, you don't have to use anything original or special, just regular oil like mate or methane is enough. The main thing is that it's not used oil, but a normal, good quality oil. And in general, I wouldn't recommend using oil with high viscosity in normal conditions like these. So basically, it's all about having a sharp chain, a clean filter, and the right fuel mixture. And I think that a model like, for example, the MS361, which is a well-known and reliable machine, will last, well, I don't know exactly, but I would estimate it could last for about 5 years or so when used regularly under such demanding conditions. Well, maybe not 5, but I'm sure it will go at least 3 years without any serious breakdowns. A sharp chain, a clean filter, the right fuel mixture, and basically good oil, not used oil. So that's pretty much it. Both of these trees are now successfully taken care of. They were cut down perfectly. No complaints at all. The only thing is we completely blocked the road over there. There's absolutely nowhere to go. Good thing we have a Jeep, so we'll just go around through the field, off-road, so to speak. That's just how it is. We're finishing up. Have a great evening.